Hello, everyone. Thank you once again for joining us on our Talk with Terry Tuesday. I am Dr. Toni Scott-Terry. We are glad you are back to learn something new and exciting for this month. Um, of course, we are in the midst of summer and it has been a little crazy for myself. I'm sure for you as well. I've got two kids now who will be going off to school. One's in Florida, one's in Arkansas. So we're kind of all over the place. But I am glad to be here today to talk about some new, well, not new, we've been doing it for a while, but services that we are promoting the month of July. The summer has, been almost too short because I feel like we just started and we're almost at the end of it. So, um, of course, I'll do some housekeeping first. So our social media platforms, we are up and running on those. We want you to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and listen to our podcast on Spotify and Anchor.fm. So this month, the month of July, we are actually going to be doing some specials. One is about body sculpting, one is about texture and tone of the skin. Of course, this is the summer, but all year you should be truly guarding your skin, protecting your skin. So, sunscreen. We also have something called Alto that prevents UV ray damage. So, protection, protection, protection. That's the best thing you can do for your skin. Hydrating your skin, lots of water. It's hot, but you should be doing 64 ounces every day, including in the wintertime. Your cells still need the hydration. But our specials for July are if you buy 5 Cool Sculpting, which is body sculpting, any part of the body, so chin, arms, legs, the big one is abdomen, the sides, those love handles. Buy 5, you get 1 for free. The other special that we're doing is the Opus, and what we need with the Opus is we need to actually, I'm sorry. What we're doing with the Opus is if you buy your package of 3, you'll get $150 off. So that's our special for the month. And once again, any products for the month of July, if you buy a service, you will save 20% off of all of the products. Um, of course, you can always call. Our phone number is 708-864-4988. You can look at our website. You can book online now. And you can also visit our website at allurelasermedspa.com. Other things, we are doing our talk. Let's talk about your health. We're going to start doing that in September. We're going to let the kids go back to school, us to get settled down, and then we'll start focusing back on your health. We used to do them on Fridays, so we may go back to doing them on Fridays. You let us know where you want us to do them and what day, and we'll try to work that out and see which days will work best for most people. So we'll talk about anything from high blood pressure to diabetes to weight loss to depression. So this is truly about your health. And once again, we'll start back on in September doing those talks. We'll sometimes have some special guests depending on the subject. So send us what you want to hear about, what you want to talk about, what you have questions about, and we'll try to get those topics up and running. I am a gynecologist, but I do know other subjects as well. So if there are some gynecology subjects you want to talk about, definitely put those in the request, and then we'll go from there. Now, what are we talking about today? We're talking about the Opus. So, what is the Opus? The Opus is a plasma laser. So, when I say plasma, I do not mean we're going to draw your blood and take the plasma off of your blood. This is a type of laser where it's almost equivalent to doing a CO2 laser, which is a ablative, and so it's a more aggressive laser, but you have more downtime with the CO2 laser as opposed to this, you do not. Usually with the CO2 more aggressive laser, you may have about 7 to 10 days where your face looks like, I don't know, we burned off your face and you're going to form new skin. So it almost looks like that. This, it's not like that, but the results are very similar. So you're going to probably be red for maybe a couple of days, but it is going to help with the texture of your skin. It's going to help with the tone of your skin. It's going to help with the laxity of the skin. So as we get older, so if you're used to doing facials on a regular basis, at some point, this is going to be a little bit, well, a lot more than just the facial. It is going to help with exfoliating. It's going to help with doing some tightening, because as we age, we lose the collagen, we lose the elasticity, we lose the tightening. All of those things are going to occur. This is actually going to help repair those things. Now, I'm going to show you some of the tips that we use. And we can be as aggressive or not as aggressive as what you can tolerate. So everybody comes in, they have numbing. We numb you for this for at least 30 to 45 minutes. So we have you come, you sit in a nice relaxing massage chair. We put the numbing medication on you topically. We can do face, you can do neck, you can do any part of the body. Some people have done their abdomen for some tightening, but we're a little bit more aggressive. This is actually, so this goes into this handpiece. I can determine how aggressive we're going to be. And once again, that depends on how you tolerate it. Now, we do have laughing gas for those who are a little bit more anxious about it, those who don't have a great pain tolerance. We have that as well. So, and you can drive yourself, because the laughing gas actually wears off in about 10 to 15 minutes. But you're pretty happy doing this procedure with the laughing gas. You might be laughing a lot. And we have the good stuff. We didn't skimp on the laughing gas. We have the good stuff. But people do very well with this procedure. And the results they're really, really amazing. But this is the piece that actually attaches to this device. Now, this piece, I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to try to show you a little bit more. It has these little, they're not needles, so it's not going to actually pierce the skin. But what it will do is it causes sparks into the, well, I won't say sparks. It actually causes, like, not damage, but an area where it will cause your body to come and try to repair that area. When your body tries to repair the area, that's what actually builds your collagen. Now, we can add things on top of this, like we have something called an afterglow PDO. So PDO is a thread, but they've made it into a solution that you can actually put the PDO solution on top of where we've made that injury into the skin, so that it penetrates below the skin and it hydrates more. It gives you more of a boost because it also has hyaluronic acid. And it's just an addition that you can do to the Opus. People say, well, why the Opus? Why not the ablative technique? You can do the ablative technique as well. It's just more aggressive and your downtime is a lot longer. And you have to be cautious of people getting infection, because truly it's almost like the superficial area of your face or the area that you're treating is burned off and your body rebuilds a new baby like skin surface. So, but it's tighter. The texture is better. And I'm going to show you some pictures in just a second. Your skin just looks great. So lots of people like this. Even if you have like deeper lines, we'll take this handpiece, because we have different handpieces for this. This handpiece will attach, and you can actually do like you can focus, and then it's actually called focus. So you can focus on an area where if you have deeper lines on the neck or you have deeper lines on the face. People get these lines here that we have for Botox, so they get the 11s. We can actually use this in those lines that will actually help with improving the how deep the lines go, because it's going to rebuild collagen specifically in areas. So this one is called the Glide, and it does just what it says. We glide all through the base. We have videos on our website that you can actually see me doing procedures on clients. They are comfortable. They're not screaming. They're not yelling. They're not holding on to something for dear life. Like I said, I'm into comfort. I want you to be comfortable, but I also want you to have great results. So whatever you can tolerate, I'll test the limits. But if you can't, we can always go back down to a normal range. So let me show you some pictures. I'm going to first show you some pictures for cool sculpting. Most people know what cool sculpting, but for those who don't know what cool sculpting is, it is a body sculpting technique. And how we do cool sculpting is it freezes the fat cells in a particular area. I always tell people this is not weight loss. This is strictly body sculpting of a particular area. So we can do the chin, we can do the arms, we can do the abdomen, we can do inner and outer thighs. We put the device on that area, it freezes your fat cells and causes about 20 to 25% of those fat cells to die. Once they die, they get processed through the liver. The liver causes it to be metabolized and it is excreted out of your body. People will say, well, is it just shrinking the fat cells? No, it is actually destroying the fat cells and they are leaving your body. However, once again, this is not weight loss. If you gain weight, it will go somewhere, and that's even with liposuction. These are strictly body sculpting procedures. So, once we get past the holidays, and time just seems to go a lot faster the older I get, but once we get past the summer, the holidays are coming. So I tell people body sculpting is something that you want to give yourself a good 8 to 12 weeks to get your final results. That's cool sculpting, that's skin tightening, that is liposuction. You want to give yourself 8 to 12 weeks before you're seeing the results that you're looking for. So let's look at some pictures. These are some pictures of cool sculpting. I'm going to actually hold up pictures because our Instagram clients may not see it on the screen. So this is cool sculpting. She did her chin. So this is the before. This is 12 weeks after. And you can also go to our website. We have a gallery of all of the before and after pictures of all of our services. This is someone who had their abdomen done. This is before. This is 12 weeks after one treatment. And you can see it is sculpting an area. I don't know if you can see this one pretty well. This is also, did the chin. And we do men and women. We don't discriminate. But this is the chin. This is before. This is 60 days after one treatment. So you can see the before. You can see after. Okay, this is still cool sculpting. Now I'm going to show you some pictures of the Opus. So once again, I was telling people the Opus is going to help with tightening and the texture of the skin. So this is before Opus. This is 4 weeks after the first treatment of Opus. So the funny story is that the person who this is, she was telling her husband, oh, I had this procedure done. He's like, yeah, I noticed that you had that gobble for a long time. And so she was upset because he never mentioned it. But, you can't tell a woman that you got a gobble, go get that treated, but she did have it treated. And this is her before and this is her after. And she actually still, this is probably over a year ago. She still has really good results from this. Oh, and I'll actually have her show you what it looks like now. This is another Opus. So before and after. So it also helps with scarring. So you can do it for acne scarring as well. So lots of things that the Opus will do. Definitely anti-aging. I tell all of my clients so we do a lot of hydrofacials. So if you're doing a lot of hydrofacials, it's definitely going to hydrate your skin. It's going to do exfoliating, builds some small amounts of collagen. At some point, you probably should entertain the idea of actually doing some treatments of Opus. Usually I have people do the first three, and then you may do a maintenance every 6 months or one every year, depending on, just your skin and how your skin is aging. Once again, sunscreen, and did I say sunscreen? So you got to protect yourself from the sun. The sun is out all year, not just the summer. It is out all year. And we also have, once again, for those who are out all the time, the Alto is a really good addition to the sunscreen because it doesn't block the sun, but it prevents the damage that the UV rays cause. So, protection of your skin, maintenance of your skin, tightening of your skin, body sculpting. Once again, body sculpting is not weight loss. We will at some point do a podcast on weight loss because we do that now as well to kind of go over. But speaking of weight loss, we are doing a boot camp that is going to start July the 27th and is going to run for 6 weeks. This boot camp is 3 days a week. So once again, I tell people who are doing our weight loss program, diet is 80% of it. However, you still need the exercising portion of that because you want to increase your muscle mass. You want to make sure you are, especially as we start to get older, we start to lose balance. So we want to make sure you are stretching, that you are building your that you are really toning up and staying on top of it because as we get older, I keep saying it because I'm getting older. We have to make sure we are taking care of ourselves. We want to live our best life this second part around. And for those who are in the first part, you want to start early so that you continue to maintain this. But the exercising, you got to do it. The mental health has to be a part of it. Your diet, all of these things all work together. But keep in mind, like I said, we want to make sure that you are becoming a better you, whatever that is for each individual. So, July 27th, boot camp is starting 3 days a week. We have all the details. Just give us a call and we can get you all set up for it. I don't have the pricing in front of me, but it's not showing up on here. It's not showing up on here. So we'll get you the pricing for it. We'll list it on the site. But that starts July 27th. It goes for 6 weeks. It's 3 days a week. That's dealing with your health. So, any questions about the Cool Sculpting or the Opus so far? Okay, so we'll take those questions. You have to read them to me.
How long do the results last? And that's for the...
Well, I'll give you both. So Cool Sculpting, the results are the fat cells, once they're gone, they are gone. They don't come back. Once it's 20 to 25% of the fat cells of the area that will be removed permanently. But once again, if you gain weight, the fat cells that are there will expand or they will go to other places. Now, for the Opus, the results generally last about a year, which is why I tell people as long as we're living, the collagen is going to continue to break down. So I will have people do those initial 3 treatments, and then you may do one treatment once a year, or you may do one treatment once every 6 months, and that's more of a maintenance. But generally, it'll last roughly about a year. Some people it lasts longer. There are things that I suggest that are less aggressive, such as the facials, to maintain it for a little longer. But just doing those things. But generally, the opus will last about a year.
Is Opus Plasma better than microneedling?
So it is different. So if you are just doing strictly microneedling and you're not adding your plasma, then the opus is going to probably be better. Um, you can also do your plasma with the opus, which takes it to a whole different level. But microneedling is something that's a little bit more natural. Um, I would probably say the opus may be a little bit better than the microneedling, but if you're doing microneedling with your PRP, if you're adding PRP to the opus, the opus will probably be a little bit better than the microneedling. It's a little bit more aggressive, and it can penetrate deeper depending on how aggressive you're able to tolerate. With the microneedling, we usually go down about 2 millimeters, maybe a little bit more. This can probably penetrate a little deeper. So, but once again, that depends on how aggressive um, you can be. We can be more aggressive with the opus than we can with the microneedling.
How many treatments would I need
For
for the Opus?
um, it, so it depends. So the more aged your skin is, then you're probably going to need at least 3 treatments. And it is because if you have a lot of lines, if you have a lot of laxity, if the texture of your skin is more of a leathery type of appearance, that's a more aged skin, which means that we need to do a little bit more and be as aggressive as we can to kind of get that back. Most people end up doing 3 treatments. I have had some people who have come in and did one, and they like the results of that. But it all depends on each individual and where you're starting from. So anywhere from 1 to 3. Most people will end up doing 3.
For both, how many treatments would I need
For
for the cool sculpting and also for Opus?
we would have to see you. Um, it depends on the volume that you have for cool sculpting. And everybody is not a candidate for cool sculpting. So if you are looking, and once again, we would have to see you. And we will tell you, like, if you're not a candidate for cool sculpting, then a lot of times they will have them see me and we talk about laser liposuction, which is actual liposuction. Um, but we would have to see you. Everybody's going to be different. There are some people who can do 1 treatment of cool sculpting and that's enough for them. I have some people who end up doing 3 treatments of in the same area of cool sculpting. The plus with cool sculpting, it's not invasive. So you can do the treatment and go home and continue doing what you have been doing for the rest of the time. You may be a little achy, a little sore, but there's really no downtime with cool sculpting. If you have to do liposuction, you're going to have some downtime. But once again, everybody's going to be different. For the opus, you may be a little red for maybe 1 or 2 days. But people still go outside, so you don't have to be in the house. If you were doing a more aggressive CO2 laser, you're going to probably need 7 days just because you're going to be pretty red, pretty irritated. The skin's going to be pretty angry. So this is just, you don't have the downtime with the opus. I think they answered the question.
What areas can be treated? And I guess that would be for both.
So just about any area. I had a saying, if you can squeeze it, then we can treat it for cool sculpting. So if I can squeeze an area, then we can treat it. But generally, it is the most people will do chin, they do arms, they can do inner and outer thighs. The abdomen is a big part. The love handles is a big part. Those are the areas that we usually treat for cool sculpting. For Opus, I can treat any area. Questions? Okay. So if you still have other questions, of course you can, send those in. We'll definitely continue to answer your questions. But once again, the month of July we are doing 5 cool sculpting treatments, get one for free. And with the Opus, it is get $150 off a package of 3. So you can come in and do the consultations. They are complimentary. There's no charge for that. To see, because once again, we can't we can't say that everybody's going to need this because everybody's individual, and so your skin may not look like the next person's skin. So you may have a different regimen that we would recommend for you versus for someone else. So call us 708-864-4988. You can also book online, but make sure you are confirmed for that treatment or that time. And that our website is allurelasermedspa.com. And once again, you can call us, you can email us, you can go on our website. We will respond and come in to get your consultation for whatever the treatments that you are. But remember, the boot camp starts. We are about total wellness. That includes your exercising, your diet, aesthetics, your medical issues, all of it. Call us and get scheduled. So thank you for joining us for our Talk with Terry Tuesday. We'll let you know, like send it in what day you want to do the talk about your health. We'll start announcing that next month in August, and then we'll start doing the programs in September. Okay? Thank you guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.